Live time again. I have thought about whether or not I should be in this vertical format. Both previous lives have been in this vertical format, and I think when you watch it on a television screen or a monitor, it's kind of blocked off on either side to give it that vertical. Or whether to flip it around and do it in a horizontal. But for now, we are going vertical. I listened to you guys. I set up an exact time when I was going to go live. I said 2 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. It is now 2 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. We are going to see who is out there that can join, whether we're going to have those folks in Europe join or whether they're going to be some North American people join. We are going to see. There is one person on right now. If you want to say hello, go ahead and say hello because you're all alone right now with me. You're going to see I am just sitting on the couch today. I have gone to a tripod device or a selfie stick today because I wanted to be a little bit more stable. I find when I was holding the camera in my hand, it was wobbling around a lot more. You're not going to get as much of a stable image. This way, if I wanted to, I could put it on the ground and have it all set up. But for now, I'm just going to use it handheld. And we'll talk about what's been going on here until some questions and things start coming along the bottom. Yeah, I'm still feeling a bit tired because work is quite busy with it being the Christmas season. And so, yeah, it's cold too. It felt like minus 21 this morning with the wind chill. It was about minus 13 when I started delivery today. It's going to remain that way again tomorrow, maybe a little bit warmer, and then it's going to start to warm up as we get through the weekend. It is saying it's going to be 13 degrees on Monday here, so that's not very winter-like. It's not very December-like, but it is what it is. We might get a little bit of rain that day too. Right now, I'm working 6 days a week because we are doing Sunday deliveries, but Sundays we only take out parcels. But it does make it a little bit easier for when we come in on Monday to have half the parcels or more already gone from the day before. The challenge we have is a lot of people aren't collecting all their parcels from the community mailboxes. I think some people like to hide their parcels there for Christmas so the kids don't find them, and it causes us a little bit of a chaos because the parcel compartments get full and stay full for a long period of time. The one thing that we can do, though, and it's a inconvenience to the customer, is if people don't pick up their parcels in a good amount of time, we can take them to the retail post office and card them. So when they go to collect their mail, they're going to see a card, meaning they've got to go somewhere else to get the parcels. It's just to be considerate of other people because lots of people are getting parcels this time of year. And if you hold on to one compartment for too long, um, there's a possibility of whatever's in that compartment getting damaged too. It can get wet from the elements. It can freeze. So it's best if you're ordering something, pick it up, take it home, hide it somewhere else. Don't hide it in the parcel compartment in your community mailbox because it's an inconvenience for other people. It's an inconvenience for your letter carrier, and it's an opportunity for whatever you're ordering to get damaged or wrecked. So that's what I'm asking you for. Hello, mail art lover in Chile. All right. First person has said hello, and it is from a distance away. I'm glad you can make it onto this live. You'll see these lives are a little bit different. Oh, Basil and Goa is on as well. So Goa and Chile represented. You also know that I was going to say these lives are a little bit different because there is no set format. There's nothing specifically I want to talk about. Unlike videos like the Santa letter that I did yesterday, or dealing with philately or post crossing, those are specific videos. These are more communication with whoever decides I want to tune in, and whoever wants to say something online, I may respond to those things too. But yeah, like I was saying before, I was thinking about going to a horizontal format, but instead I'm going vertical once again. I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think? Do you prefer the horizontal or the vertical when it comes to these lives? for me, I know specifically that when I'm in the vertical like we are today, I can see your comments very clearly along the bottom. I'm not sure if it will be the same if I do it in a horizontal format. And as Isabel and Basil talk to each other, and then I talk to myself. What else do we have going on? I talked about the weather. I talked about how busy work is. I do want to show you. I had been taking about an hour a day and just reading. It was a goal that I was trying to do to get away from television, and I managed to finish up one of the Jeffrey Archer books that I was reading, and I finished up. What's the other book I read? Yeah, you can see how it's going. I finished 2 books. I started on this one. It is another Jeffrey Archer. You can see I got it at Costco. The price tag is still on it, and the last week and a half I haven't been doing that hour a day reading. I haven't been able to. I find I'm either too tired when I get home from work, or there's been other situations going on in my family that I'm taking care of, or my mind is stuck that way that I'm not finding I am as relaxed to sit down and read. I have been spreading out my. What do we have here? Continue with the vertical format then. Yeah, possible. We'll keep doing that. You just woke up. So you went to bed, woke up for the live, then led back to bed. Is that your plan? As good as new. What's good as new? You'll have to explain, Basil. I don't know what as good as new is. Or do you mean because you just woke up, you're as good as new? You're refreshed and raring to go. So yeah, with regards to reading, I will get back to doing it more again. I think now, just before Christmas, I just don't have the energy to keep doing it. And when I sit down and just start to read, I fall asleep. So I don't have the energy to do that. Did you wish your Finnish pal Happy Independence Day? Yes, Happy Independence Day. I did actually. So yeah, anyone who tunes in to watch from Finland today, Happy Independence Day. Yeah, I'm as good as new as your Archer's book. Yeah, I'm not very far into it. You can see there's my bookmark. So I think I'll try to get back on the reading train after Christmas when I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation between Christmas and New Year's, and my daughter will be home, and so I think I'll be a little bit more relaxed. So I think that might be a better time to read. Otherwise, I just gonna fall asleep when I try to read it. All right. Who else is out there? I see there's more than just 2 people on, even though Isabel and Basil are talking to each other. There are at least 2 other people tuning in and looking and then disappearing again or coming back. Oh, I got another thing I want to show you guys too. I got some new postcards that were given to me. Marzi Cat here. Hey, Rob. Hello. How are you? Glad you could tune in. Just going to show you some new postcards that were given to me by a friend at work. He is into gaming, and every once in a while he buys a miniature game. Oh, how unfortunate we can't stay again because in Germany it's St. Nicholas Day and we have friends and family over. Oh no! Well, your friends and family can watch too, Karina. So, but I'm glad that we've got some people checking in from Germany as well. All right, these are the postcards that he gave me. They're kind of a battle scene. I don't know between which groups, but there's a battle scene postcard there. And one here. So they're a little bit darker image postcards. But it's a role-playing game. I don't know which game. It does say 500 on it, but I'm not sure. If you're a gamer, you might know what that game is. And these could work as Halloween postcards too. Yeah, so we got those. Something new to add to the collection. You never know what people are going to say they like in their profiles, so it's nice to have a variety of different cards available, and I really appreciate Scotty for giving me those ones. How nice he gave those postcards. Always welcome. Yes, always not welcome to get gifts when you're not expecting them. And it wasn't something he was going to use, so he knew that I would send them around the world to other people who might enjoy them. How many people do you have over for St. Nicholas Day, Karina? I'm afraid they don't care too much about postcards. Till next time, nice new postcards. Well, maybe I won't talk about postcards the rest of the time. Maybe I'll talk about stamps. Maybe we'll talk about Lego. Ooh, Lego. There's Lego down there. Yeah. Maybe they've got a question for me they can ask. Maybe they don't watch That Dad Guy. Maybe they're not familiar with what I do. Well, those of you who do tune in to say hello and have to disappear, I understand, but I'm glad that you're tuning in anyways. What am I having for dinner tonight? I think I'm going to be doing salt and pepper chicken in a fry pan, and then I'm going to roast some potatoes, and then we'll have some cucumber and peppers and things on the side. That's my plan. But I know Ari is off to a dinner tonight. He wasn't well yesterday. He took yesterday off, so he's gone to school. So I assume he's better today. And he doesn't have practice tonight, so he's off to a special dinner tonight. Then tomorrow they have a basketball game here, and then on the weekend they're off to Halifax for a tournament, which unfortunately I can't go to because I'm working on Sundays, so I can't go down to Halifax to see the tournament. 6 people. And what is St. Nicholas Day? Can you explain before you go? See, this is how the conversations go. Someone asks a question, I answer that, and then another question or another statement comes up, and we go on and talk about something completely different. Chicken masala tonight for dinner. That's yummy. Is that something your mother made, Basil? Did you make it? Did you order it in? How did you come about to have chicken masala tonight? It just dead air. That's also the problem with lives, is that I read. It was ordered in, okay. Did it come with anything else on the side? It was over rice, I assume. With naan bread, maybe? Yeah, like I was saying, these things do have a little bit of dead air of what we want to talk about because I don't have any real set plan. Yuzu is a well-known cook in the family. So you ordered from a family friend or a family member? Yes, Christmas baking happens soon. I too will do some of that, but it probably won't be for a little bit yet because I don't have the time unless I'm doing it on a Saturday. Saturday is my only day off work. I find by the time I get home from work, I usually am preparing something for you guys to watch on YouTube and editing and getting that out, and then I answer some questions and statements through the evening, visit with my wife for a little bit, and then go to bed and start all over again. That's kind of how the day goes. So baking will happen. Certainly, I do have some recipes that came in from my That Dad Guy answers. So I am going to do some baking as a result of those. And my daughter always enjoys a few different things. So by the time she gets back, I'm sure there'll be some things, favorite recipes she'll want me to make too. So we'll do that when she gets back. We still have to cut down the Christmas tree. That's going to come soon. How's my mail week coming along? I think it's going all right. I did get a really interesting piece that came through, so I look forward to showing you that on Friday. There's some people that keep messaging me, asking me if I've got this and if I've got that, and they haven't arrived yet, so still watching out for that. I have to go to my P.O. box and see what's showing up. I didn't go today. I went on Monday. Normally I go on Wednesdays and Friday, but I happened to be in the area on Monday, so I picked up then. And then today I am getting my my truck looked at again. I had it in last week and they couldn't fix the problem at the time because they didn't have enough time to do it. So it's back in again this afternoon. So at some point in time, I may get a phone call saying my vehicle is ready to be picked up, or hopefully not the other phone call saying there's something wrong with it. But if they can get it fixed up and ready for me to work again tomorrow, that's all that's important right now. It does have its winter tires put on. That got put on last week, so it made it in time for the snow that we got on Monday. It seems to drive okay. It's just, it has 3 lights that keep popping up, and I don't know why the lights keep popping up. So I want them to fix it and make them go away. I believe that St. Nicholas is the saint of children, and on this day he is celebrated by giving sweets to kids. That's not St. Martin's Day, is it? I don't know. Maybe. And that's November 11th, if I remember the postcards and messages that I've gotten. That St. Martin's Day is then. It was our feast the other day. A feast for what? What was the occasion? I have to have car maintenance also, but one thing I won't need here in the US South is snow tires. Yeah, you're lucky that way. You don't have to keep changing your tires from snow to winter to summer tires every 6 months. Feast of St. Francis Xavier, patron saint of Goa. Decennial exposition. All right, so what did St. Francis Xavier do for Goa? Give me a little backstory, Basil. I don't know. St. Nicholas, I know because my partner's family celebrate. Their grandparents were from Central Europe. Okay. So there we go. It is a children's holiday. Anytime you can get sweets is a good holiday, isn't it? Anybody else a reader? What sort of books do you guys like to read if you are? I tend to I like fantasy books. I like fiction, but based with historical. So Jeffrey Archer, for example, usually does it in 2 characters that you're following along. Each chapter is almost a different character and how they're intertwined, but they take place during regular times, but you'll throw in a president or a prime minister or a monarch of that time frame in with the story, so you kind of have a feeling of what time frame it takes place in. So I like that aspect. Reading Reaper by Isabel Allende. So what's Reaper about? What style of book is it? Is it like the Grim Reaper? Is it a dark book? Is it about a murder mystery? I'm thinking by announcing that I was going to do a 2 o'clock live today, it hasn't made any difference if I just did a regular live. The one thing I know about, it's a police novel. Okay, so yeah, true crime or a detective novel. Okay. Those are fun too. Yeah, I think had I just gone live today as a Wednesday at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever, I would have had the same 4 people show up to watch either way. Did it make a difference for you? Okay, so all right, so there is a reason to state when it's taking place. I do like doing lives on Wednesday though. That means I don't have another video I have to shoot during this time frame. I like doing it in early afternoon for me because it is a quieter time. I've gotten back from work. I'm just resting, and you know, I might have a load of laundry on the go or something. I can put that aside. I can turn off the machine. I can go into a different room so you don't hear it in the background. The other one I'm curious to see is when I go live for That Dad Guy Answers on Saturday. It is quite early in the morning for me at 9 is what I'm looking at. But it makes it even earlier for all my Western North American people that probably won't make it on because it'll be too early in the morning. I think people are shy to join a live. This is my very first live and I'm living dangerously. Well, I'm glad you've come on and are making comments. It helps. But you can still join a live without saying anything. I'd rather you not. I'd rather anyone who is on be communicating so I could see who's watching and get different perspective on things. But you can tune into a live and not do anything at all. I know one of the YouTube channels that I do like to watch called Curiosity Incorporated. They do lives periodically as well, usually sitting at a kitchen table, more in the horizontal perspective, not the vertical perspective. And yeah, they just talk about what's up and coming on the channel or what's going on in their lives that way. And a lot of times I end up watching the lives not live because of when they go live, I'm usually asleep or something. So I'm curious to see the people that watch it after the fact and still enjoy it that way. I would think it's more fun for us that are on as it's live because I'm communicating directly with you. Otherwise, it's just people tuning in and watching me talk to you guys. For Saturday's live, will not be able to connect, so it was nice to redo it. Yeah, so once again, the time frame that I'm doing it on Saturday isn't convenient for everybody. Oh, Victoria's back. Sweet. All right, we have another visitor from Germany. No, a visitor from Great Britain. Excuse me. Welcome back, Victoria. Have any of you guys checked out Liverpool stamps since I'm talking about Great Britain? So I did do a collaboration with them, I don't know, 4 videos ago, maybe 5 videos ago now, talking about the penny red stamp. And the collaboration is for any of you stamp lovers out there that don't have penny reds in your collection. If you want to get them at a discounted rate, and you go to liverpoolstamps.co.uk and put in TDG as a discount code, you get 25% off. There's a little promo for you. So I was kind of excited to get that, and I have continued to promote it just because that promotion's good to the end of December. So anytime I'm talking stamps, I'd like to give a shout out to that so nobody misses out if that's something they're interested in. What's going on today, Victoria? Dead silence. I guess it takes time to type, but it also takes time for everybody else who's thinking and watching. And we know Basil just got up. So Marzi Cat, what are you doing? And Isabel, what are you doing? Mail art lover. It's all right. What's all right? I need to shave. Not only my head, I need to shave that, but I need to shave the beard too. It's getting woolly. In February, I tend to get a little woolier, trying to stay warm when I'm outside, but this time of year, I I just get lazy, don't shave, and then need to shave again. Ah, Amber, hello from Missouri. How are things in Missouri? Everything's all right, she supposes. Okay. Hello, Victoria. I hear my mom in the kitchen trying to grab some lunch. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Oh, well, maybe she'll get you some lunch too. What would you like to have for lunch? I finished lunch recently after going to the post office, and now I'm just relaxing while watching your broadcast. 3:25 there. You are an hour ahead of me in Chile. I was not gonna suspect that. I would have thought you were behind me. Guess that's just the way it curves down. So that means that 6:26 and 20 seconds. You're always very exact. And it's almost midnight in Goa. There's that half-hour difference there. It's funny because we've got Newfoundland has its own time zone too, and they're only a half an hour difference. I think of most other time zones as being 1 hour difference. So Isabel, then if I do my live on Saturday at 9 a.m., it'll be 10 o'clock for you. Does that mean you're going to be out somewhere that you won't be around? 22 in Chile, 22 degrees in Chile, 23 in Goa. Blah. You guys suck. No, you're very lucky that you have nice warm weather. Like I said, I think right now it's about -5 outside, and then probably about -10 with the wind chill. So the snow is very crackly under toe when you walk. Okay, you're working. Yeah, every once in a while you gotta work and pay the bills, I suppose. You're just getting rain in Missouri. That's good. Our snow will all be gone by Monday, though. Like I said, it's going to be 13 degrees here, and we're going to get a bit of rain as well. So any snow that we have now will not last. It'll be gone. Britain might never ever have snow. I think some parts of Britain get snow, but probably not. Well, I know you don't get what we get. But our friend Jilly, when she sends pictures from time to time, she's getting snow where she is. Not a lot, but she gets some. Oh, flash floods in India. Yikes. -56 degrees Fahrenheit in the U.S. Here in sunny. I want snow, but I'm not likely to see any. Send some. Yeah, I'll send as much snow as you want. I mean, by the time it gets to you, it's going to be a box full of water, but. Gonna do your Christmas cards. That's a good idea. You'll have to use a Fahrenheit to Celsius converter, Basil, and switch that over to see what 56 Fahrenheit is. Oh no, you just hit your back and head. How'd you do that, Victoria? Ouch. Well, the famous Caroline has joined. Hello, hello. Yeah, same here. It'll be 13 degrees in a week or so. The weather is crazy. 1 week is -1. Yeah, I know. Your body just can't relate to what's going on with it being cold one day and warm the next day. Right now, I've got my sweater on. I'm under a blanket. I'm on the couch. I've got the heat running. I close the doors to keep the heat in here. Yeah, it's nice and toasty in here, but as soon as I open those doors, I'm going to be walking out into the cold because the heat's all but stuck in here. What are you up to, Caroline? Caroline's in France, for those of you who don't know the post-crossing queen, or as she's known as the post-crosser. Fell on my PC, the sharp corner. Oh, ouch. All right, Victoria, you got to be more careful. We don't want you getting injured watching a live broadcast. You accidentally typed that. Are you having a complete breakdown? Do we need to call 911? Well, I guess it's not 911 in Great Britain. What is it in Great Britain? 999? I think that's the emergency line. Famous Rob. I don't know if I'm famous Rob. You're famous Caroline for sure. I've got a long way to go to catch up to you and your fame and your. Well, I'll never catch up to you in post crossing. You're the queen of post crossing. So I'm just honored to call you friend. I'm sure there'll be another riddle on Friday. And they're not from me, even though he calls me the post crossing king. The riddles are all from Eric in Ontario, and I appreciate that he sends those to me and that he makes a big deal about me being the post Canadian post crossing king. And I don't know how I get that moniker, but thank you. Yeah, luckily you didn't close your computer or knock yourself unconscious either, Victoria. Come on. LOL. No, not the post crossing queen. Well, it's almost dinner time, and I'm sitting on my couch with my dog and enjoying the heat of my pellet stove. Well, that's a good place to be with your cute dog, and I'm glad you tuned in. You know, Caroline is part Canadian. I don't know if you guys know that, but she did spend a year in New Brunswick. So we do have a connection there. Hugs for Choopy, yeah. Little Choopy. See, Caroline, everybody knows who you are as well. Your computer insured. How about her poor head? Is her Victoria? Is your head insured? No concussions, please. Although you were making for interesting conversation on here, watching a live stream and almost knocking yourself unconscious with your computer. More on your back, okay. So you kind of hit the corner. Did you hit it coming back up, maybe? Or I'm still trying to picture how you did this. You must be sitting at a desk or something, are you? Or maybe you're watching this on your television, not on your computer. No, then you would have a hard time typing in your responses. So. Oh, please don't put Choopy in little shoes. On your bed, okay. And I have a desk. All right, well, just be safe. Bubble wrap yourself if you need to in order to watch these live streams. I don't want anybody getting injured tuning in to watch. Did you hear that from Santa? Because all I've done is request that Polo have little shoes. I haven't heard anything back from Santa yet, so we will have to see. Yay, in beautiful New Brunswick. It was 17 or 18 years old at the time. Unfortunately, I didn't know you yet. No, that's true. We had not crossed paths. We didn't find each other till much later, so. But I'm glad you got to experience a part of New Brunswick. Not my part of New Brunswick, but a really nice part anyways. A little bit more rural. Victoria says, so I fell from my bed to my PC and to my desk. How did you fall off your bed? Did we say something that funny that you were laughing into hysterics and roll off your bed and then crash onto the PC? Basil's having a hard time writing polo. PLO, PLL, POLO 8, PLO, LO asterisk. You cracked up yesterday about polo? It would be interesting to see if little shoes showed up somewhere. I don't know where you get little shoes that would fit on a hedgehog's feet, but Caroline, you still look sweet 16. Forever the flirt. Well, I think if I put shoes on Choopy, she would forever refuse to walk. Well, good for her. Animals shouldn't be dressed up, really. I did put glasses on Polo, but they haven't stayed on Polo. That was just for a one shot. But I know people walk around with jackets and booties and things on their pets outside, even though they have big natural fur coats on. Yeah, you didn't get snow last for very long. Oh, it's interesting to know there's ads running for you guys. I didn't know that. That's a new piece of information. How often do you guys get ads? See, for me, I'm just talking and reading now. I do have to play a little catch up in some of the information that's scrolling through. Basil says he's groggy from just waking up. Where is Polo? Polo is up in his bedroom. I certainly could go show you Polo in a minute, but that would mean getting off my couch. You're gonna sew Polo shoes in a nice suit. Well, that would be interesting. Ads at the start, okay. And so there's no ads going during the stream, just at the start when you just logged in? Or do you get ads running constantly throughout it? Show us around your garden. I hope you don't mean my garden, because my garden's covered in snow right now. Okay, so that's kind of what I would expect. You'd probably get an ad right at the very beginning when you joined, but you wouldn't get one after that. Unless you're watching it after the fact, after it's live, and then it just goes back up again. Caroline, have you done any lives yet? I don't remember you doing any lives. Everybody seems to be saying the thing that on lives they're only an ad right at the very beginning. All right, I will do this for you. I will pop out of my nice warm room. People had mentioned last time that you liked me when I walked around too. I'll show you the garden, as you call it right now. We're gonna flip the camera around. So if I look out in my garden, this is what I see. You see a blanket of snow across my deck. Through my backyard, there's the fire pit to the garage or the shed. There's my barbecue, all covered in snow. Lots of snow. So something you probably don't have, well, not lots of snow, but look, a good covering of snow. I'll lock that up later. All right, through my messy kitchen. Everybody says they love the snow. Everybody who doesn't have snow says they love the snow. We'll go at the front here and have a look too. Ta-da! Oh, that's bright. Snow on the trees, snow all around. You can see the Christmas lights that are going around the deck, up and around. They're all white lights. So at some point I will have to show you the house all lit up in the evening. Yes, the sun is shining. Let's flip this around one more time so you can see my hairy face. We'll zip up here. This is for Caroline. You wanted to see Polo. There's Polo's wheel. There's his house. He's in here. There's Polo. I'm going to cover him back up again. Because we remember, Polo is nocturnal. So he would have been up all night running on his wheel and doing his Polo things. And then now he sleeps. So he usually sleeps for about 5 more hours and then we wake him up. And then he does his business. He runs across the floor. And I'm going back towards my couch. And then he has a blanket on the same couch. Let me look. See that green blanket? That's Polo's blanket. So when he runs across the floor, when we come in here to watch TV, that's where Polo has his evening snuggle or catch up with us. Yes, he's very comfortable under that blanket because when the blanket's there, then the house is over top of him, and then there's a heat lamp above him there too to keep him super toasty warm. Never seen a hedgehog in the flesh. Well, you should watch right to the end of my videos because Polo is in the flesh at the end of each one of those videos. Yeah, he puts himself under the blanket. He burrows in like a hedgehog would burrow in nature, I guess. They're very rare in my country because we don't have hedgehogs here. The only hedgehogs we have are people who have them as pets. I don't know anybody else who has a African hedgehog. And hedgehogs in Great Britain or in Europe are very different. They're more like groundhogs for us almost. They're a lot bigger. All right, Caroline, go cook your supper. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Thanks for joining in and saying hello to everybody. Appreciate it when you pop on and say hey and when you send messages. So thanks, Caroline. I like reading a book cover to cover. Everybody's messaging now. I can't catch them all. Ah, yes, seeing the hedgehog right here, that's for sure. Well, later we'll do a live later in the evening sometime, and you can see him out moving around. That is the problem with hedgehogs. If you're looking for a pet that you're gonna play with all day long or greet you at the door when you come home, hedgehog is not that pet. They'll cuddle with you. Bye, Caroline. But they prefer solitude most of the time. Message retracted by Marzi Cat. I don't know what you wrote there that got taken away. I'm sure you probably have seen humongous hedgehogs before if you saw them in the wild. Have I tried a live on Instagram? I don't think I have done a live on Instagram yet. Dog is definitely the pet to greet you. Yep. We've had a few dogs. It wasn't my idea necessarily to get a hedgehog either. After our pet dog Paige passed away, I was kind of at my limit for pets because it's very hard to say goodbye. I thought with a hedgehog it might be a little easier. Not to say goodbye, but just the maintenance and everything. When I say that, I think of poor Jilly, who's recently lost her dog, and Renee in the past has lost her dog. She got a new one. But yeah, it's difficult when you're a pet owner or have a furry family member when they go or when they get sick. It's not easy. I also found too there's so much to being a pet owner that you can't just go away and leave the house without someone to be there. What's really easy about a hedgehog is there's not a lot you have to do. A little bit of water, change the litter, a little bit of food, take them out for a little while to say hello, and then put them back. Jilly lost her cat too. I hadn't heard that, but she has lost a dog. Yeah, no, we won't talk about losing pets anymore. How about we just change the topic to something else? Someone else must have something they want to talk about. A quick question, something to say. I'm going to try to keep these lives to an hour or less. I mean, they don't have to run that long. Have you tried RR on post-crossing forums? I don't know what RR is. You have to explain what that is. I haven't done a lot on post-crossing forums. Oh, round robin. That's what you're talking about. No, I haven't. With all the direct swaps I currently do and my official post-crossing ones, that's the max of my budget, so I can't do any more. What's your favorite place in your country to all of you? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, there's a lot of beautiful places I've been to within Canada. Locally, my favorite place is Fundy National Park. I love being out hiking and being by the water and seeing animals and that sort of stuff. So it's kind of my local place, I would say. I've missed something along the way. Basil just says I only have been to Baskin Robbins. Yeah, Dover's a beautiful place too. The White Cliffs. Something nice about the crashing waves too. Basil likes to be in the wild. Baskin Robbins is an ice cream place. 31 flavors of ice cream. I think that's the number 31. Yeah, it's very relaxing hearing waves crash. So I like to be by the ocean. Parks in Missouri. Suddenly we switched to ice cream. Switch from what to ice cream? What were you into before ice cream? Doesn't everybody love ice cream unless you're lactose intolerant? And then you might still like it, but then you have to put up with the effects later. Well, Basil worked there part-time at a Baskin Robbins. Victoria doesn't like ice cream. What? Okay, what is your treat of choice if you don't like ice cream? Or do you mean you prefer gelato or something else that's more... Or don't you like cold items at all? Yes, Goa is right there at the point of India. Ross from Friends didn't like ice cream? I don't remember that fact. You hate. Now you're taking it to a new level. It's not just I don't like ice cream. I hate ice cream and hot chocolate. Come on, Victoria. So you what's your treat? What's your go-to treat then if you're taking two big ones off the board? Hershey's bar cake and my mom's coconut cheesecake. I love cheesecake. I don't think I've ever had coconut cheesecake. And I've never had a Hershey bar cake before. I do like chocolate. I wouldn't say Hershey's are my favorite chocolates of all the chocolates that are out there. But I do like chocolate. Yeah, Isabel's at the same dismay that with the ice cream and hot chocolate revelation coming out of Victoria. It's too cold. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you probably aren't having popsicles or you have a sensitivity to the cold. Well, it makes sense why you wouldn't like it. Okay, how about hot chocolate? Why don't you like hot chocolate? Too hot in your mouth? You love jelly, chocolate, and love popsicles. Okay, so popsicles aren't too cold on your teeth? What about gelato? Is gelato too cold on your teeth? Frozen yogurt? The flavor of hot chocolate sucks, I think. Well, maybe you just have to try a different version of hot chocolates. Because there are lots of hot chocolates that are bland. You've got to get the right one that has the right consistency of chocolate to, well, some people make hot chocolate with hot water and chocolate powder, but others make it with hot milk and chocolate powder or a syrup. So there's lots of different ways of making it. Some people just run it through a Keurig machine. Lollipops. Okay. There's lots of good. I would like a lime lollipop. If I had to pick one of the ones. Or grape, too. If you get a grape one, it's good. Green grape. Yep. It's a good one, too. Yeah, when it comes to lollipops, I mean, is there a bad flavor? Orange, strawberry, cherry? Rising Cat. I like tea in the winter. Celestial Seasonings brand is one of my favorites. I'm not a tea drinker, so I'm not going to join you on that one. I think there isn't sweet. I don't like, well, maybe jelly. I don't understand that statement from Isabel. I think there isn't sweet. If the black ones are perfect, it's better though. Like the black licorice tasting. I like black licorice, but not necessarily in a lollipop. Green grapes as fruit are good. Yep, we got them growing in our backyard. Basil's a tea drinker. He drinks it whenever he wants. I don't like the taste of it. I think it, tastes like warm bath water to me. With milk, without sugar. It's not my thing. And I come from a family, my father's English, so tea was around a lot. I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee. Victoria hates licorice. I love licorice. I had some licorice this afternoon before I went live. Some red licorice. Twizzlers. I'm with you on that one, Isabel. I love candy, and I love when people send it to me, especially if it's from other countries, because then I get to try things that I've never had before. Mind you, I did get some things from Media in Finland sent me something, and it didn't go over well. But live and learn. I tried it, but she did send some things that were really good too from Finland. And Jilly has sent me a parcel from Great Britain that was really good too. Done videos on all that stuff. What do I drink instead of tea and coffee? I do drink hot chocolate. That would be my hot beverage. I do like pop or soda, however you want to call it, in moderation. I drink milk or chocolate milk. I like lemonade. I like iced tea. Now, iced tea is in sweetened tea here, because I know anytime I go to the US and I ask for iced tea, I usually get cold tea that's been sweetened. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a product like Arizona iced tea or Nestle's iced tea. It's a sweetened beverage, not just cold tea that's got sugar added to it. I like Willy Wallaby's licorice. Don't know if you have it in Canada. Is it an Australian black licorice? Oh, Jackie's joined. And she hates coffee too. She's in California. Yeah. Some people, my wife loves coffee. She'll have 4 or 5 of them a day. And that's her thing, and that's all right. That's her thing. Victoria hasn't had coffee in a while. Isabel loves tea and coffee and chocolate in the winter. Don't like milk, though. Yeah, when I went over to Great Britain to my cousins and I drank milk, they thought milk was only for children or for putting in your coffee or tea or cooking with, I guess, in some cases. But so, yeah, I've had milk my whole life. Now, I try to tone it down when I'm losing weight. I try not to drink milk because it's cream after all, so it is fattening. But I do like the taste of milk. Basil's asking what one's favorite liqueur. Mine is old monk rum with Coke. Well, I can't join you in this conversation. I'm a non-drinker. I've never had alcohol. It's just a personal choice. When people say, "What? You've never drank or had wine?" or no, I haven't wine, beer, nothing. So I've never been drunk. I think I'm crazy enough as it is. I don't need to add alcohol to my system. Yeah, liqueur is alcohol. Yeah. Ah, Victoria joins me. She's never had alcohol either. And Isabel doesn't drink either. She doesn't like it. So she has drunk before, found that she doesn't like the taste and doesn't drink. Okay. There are a few, well, teetotalers, if you want to use that. Basil's a social drinker. So does that mean whenever there's people around, you just drink? I'm just kidding. I know what a social drinker is. Victoria has drunk before. Okay, but doesn't drink anymore. You've had 5 glasses of wine in your entire life, and that was years ago. Were they all 5 in the same night? One hour now. 1 hour. Oh, we've already been on an hour. Holy. All right, what do you guys think? Do you want to carry on our jibber jabber, or do you want me to close it up? I'll leave it up to you guys because you guys are the ones that are driving this conversation. Isabel doesn't drink soda either, just water or juice when I'm social reunion or something like that. Yeah, I mean, soda pop, it's not great for you. And I know that. And I try to cut that out too and limit what I have. But sometimes I just want something extra. I can't just drink water, and I'm not drinking, lemonade and iced tea are basically just water with sugar in them to some degree. Amber's a vodka and cranberry juice or sweet wines person. Carry on. All right. We'll carry on a little bit here. Amber loves sweet tea and soda a lot more than she should. Okay. Then you might be in my category for that. Yeah, if you're in that diabetic clan, certainly soft drinks will push you over or give you ulcers depending on how much you drink of it. So it's good to either have moderation, or if you don't really care one way or the other, then don't bother drinking it. Video games. All right, there's a new topic. I used to play. I was never great at them, but I like games like Zelda. I like the adventure games. We played a lot of Mario Kart with the kids. The Lego games that were out there, I like those too. If I'm playing video games, I like to have the adventures. I like to have the puzzles to solve, the action that goes along, the story that goes along with it, rather than a first-person shooter like Halo and things like that. That's not my style. And the sport games, I never really got into them. I tried, but wasn't great at them. Amber's toddler says hi. Hi, toddler. Carry On Doctor was a nice TV series. I've never heard of it. Victoria. Amber plays Stardew Valley sometimes, and Pokemon and Zelda. The Lego games are great. All right, Victoria, what games do you play? How old are you again, Victoria? That might gear how much we all play video games. It's based on our age groups. Oh, and I play Megapolis on my my phone. That's the only video game I have left on my phone. I used to play the Simpsons game, Tapped Out, but I don't do that. I've got a lot of Lego video games as well, Victoria. They're a lot of fun. And you can go off script. She's 32. 48. What do you mean? You're 32 years old and you have 48 video games? Victoria is 48 years old. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So you're the same age as, well, in the same age bracket as myself and not too far off from Basil. We are just children. Basil, you're not 18. You're like 41. Marzi Cat's in her 60s. So you're not too far off from us either. Oh, you hear that sound? This is what a live's all about. You're going to get the phone call. Nope. Just says incoming call, which means it is a scam. So, didn't have to go. Thank you, Isabel, for joining. Thanks for scheduling a time to be on. Appreciate it. 4 o'clock your time. I guess it's getting time for you to be thinking about supper or doing other things too. Yeah, so Basil, you're 42, so you're not that far off the rest of us. And Marzi Cat, 60s is not that much older either. It's a nice little gap there. All right, Isabel, have a good night. We'll talk to you next time it happens, hopefully. All right, Basil's heading out too. Night, Basil. All right, we're winding down. We've been 65 minutes in on this. Victoria's still with me. Marzi Cat's still here. Oh, Marzi Cat's leaving too. Oh, no, maybe she's not. She's just saying goodnight to Basil. All right. You guys, do you want me just to shut it down? I think everybody else is getting ready to leave. I'm not sure who's sticking around and who's going, but it has been over an hour now. If you want to talk a little longer, I can. Or you guys can reach out to me on Instagram if you prefer. You can do that too. Oh, Victoria's not leaving. Victoria, have you messaged me on Instagram? Are we connected that way? I can't remember. Marzi Cat's got to go too. Okay. I think it's boiling down to just being me and you, Victoria, on this. So, Victoria, if you want, you're more than welcome to message me on Instagram. But I think we better shut this down. And anybody else who's on, you guys can see me next time we're around. I'm not sure if there'll be a video tomorrow. Tomorrow may be a break day for me, and then of course Friday will be my end of the week stuff that I have for post crossing. What's come in? Yeah, Victoria, it's just me and you left. Everybody else is logging off, so I'm gonna shut this thing down. I'm certainly on Instagram as that dad guy 1974. If you want to reach out, you can. Otherwise, till next time, everybody. Have a magical week.